Sudan has a rich cultural heritage dating back 3,000 years to the Kushite civilization, which built these pyramids near the town of Meroe and even ruled neighbouring Egypt around 700 BC. Sudan's civil war, which started in April, is now threatening that heritage. Experts have confirmed this video on social media shows soldiers from the paramilitary group Rapid Support Forces entering an archaeological laboratory in Khartoum that houses ancient mummies. The video alarmed museum directors in Sudan and other experts worldwide.
We are so worried that the damage of the war and the conflict is reaching these places. The bombing as well for the universities, for the museums have taken place in varied cities in Sudan, in particular in Khartoum and Jenin, Niala.
Some artefacts from Sudan are held safely in foreign collections, like this one at the British Museum. But a report published on June 28th by Heritage for Peace, a non-profit dedicated to preserving cultural artefacts in times of war, says those left behind in Sudan are at risk. An archaeologist who worked on the report says it confirms that a historical market was the latest cultural site to be damaged or destroyed.
What we just heard yesterday was the destruction of old part of Omdurman market, and this has been completely destroyed by fire. There are already a damage to the museums in Darfur region. Sultan Ali Dinar Museum has been damaged.
In downtown Khartoum, museums and other cultural heritage sites sit a few hundred metres from the country's military headquarters and intelligence services, the setting for intense fighting during the war. Experts say they've used satellite images to identify damage to these sites. Interested parties outside of Sudan are doing what they can to preserve the country's heritage. Salah Ahmed, the former director of Sudan's National Corporation for Antiquities and Museums, says he is training volunteers to evacuate the country's artefacts.
In case they feel there is a real threat to the museums, to prepare who is going to do the evacuation itself, how the objects can be handled, where are they going to be hidden. So we are now in this emergency situation.
Meanwhile, Heritage for Peace says that it's organising fundraising events at Western museums to help pay for more people on the ground, and that it's also tried lobbying Sudan's two warring sides at peace talks in Saudi Arabia.
That's what we tried to push on the negotiation table in Jeddah a few weeks ago. That heritage destruction is an issued crime by the international law.
Ahmed says Meroe has more visitors than ever, as Sudanese citizens who rarely travel outside Khartoum head north to escape the fighting. Even this is causing damage to the site, he says, as volunteers are unable to manage the increased traffic. Henry Wilkins for VOA News, Jamena, Chad.